What does it feel like to be on TNT with your show APD with Troy Dunn?
That's the biggest blessing of the year for me because although I've done television since 1990, hundreds of reunions, this is the first time that somebody has said to me, we really just want you to shoot this documentary style. We want to see whatever happens, good or bad. Well, solved, unsolved, whatever it is. And I was so grateful that TNT has such a respect for our work that they're willing to let us just show it for what it is. It'll be the most raw inside look at our journey people have ever seen. We've always promised we would never let people see the things that we're going to share on this show with TNT because they've been so great to work with. We've built a great level of trust. So I trust them seeing what we do, and I hope people appreciate it when they see it. It's not the old who you looking for and now you're reunited. I mean, it's the real journey all the way through the process. And sometimes it turns out great, sometimes not so great, but intensely emotional. Although I would say it's a great family-friendly show and people can gather their kids and watch it and feel really good about that. It's a three-tissue show.
Well, Troy, we've got to bring it up because I'm always amazed when I hear this stat, is that you have 8 kids. How have you survived that?
My wife and I are high school sweethearts, been married 25 years, met at the lunch table. And, we didn't intend on having 8 children. It was never about how many. It was just we wanted to build a family. And we loved those first couple of kids so much, we just couldn't imagine not why we wouldn't enjoy having a couple of more. And it just, I don't know, you wake up and there's 8. But we feel like we grew our own friends. We love every one of them. We like them all. We hang out. We ski together. And 8 kids sounds like a big number. If you woke up one morning and there were 8 of them on the doorstep waiting for you to raise them, that would be overwhelming. But when you do it one at a time the old-fashioned way, it just kind of feels natural.
All right. Well, I'll see how your wife answers that next time. But
that's a good point. If I had to give birth to children, then we would just have a stick child drawn on a piece of paper, and that would be as close as we'd get.
Now you're talking. Now, Troy, you obviously, that family connection is raw in you. I mean, when you talk about your family, is that the inspiration that leads you to help you reunite other families so they can experience some of that magic?
Conn, you're very, very astute. It is. I was taught at a very young age the concept of paying it forward before the phrase pay it forward really existed. And I would love for people to have what I have. I'm grateful for the relationship I have with my wife. I'm grateful for the children we have and the connection we all have. And as I go out into the world and help these fractured families reconnect, I feel like I'm able to share with them something that we are grateful to have in our home. But the truth is, I think my family is so strong and tight because of the work that I do, because I get to see from the inside out how the broken families got broken, and it helps me avoid certain things, and it helps me remember how important relationships are. So my work is a reflection of my life, but my life is a reflection of my work.
I just wanted to share with you, I haven't shared with my audience, but I was just reunited with my father that abandoned us as a kid. I'd say my expectations of how the meeting would go didn't happen. I mean, we'll probably stay in touch, but how do you prepare the family members before they actually meet to manage those expectations?
Well, first of all, congratulations on getting the closure that you've been seeking. It is a normal part of the process that sometimes it is just closure. You don't end up with opening another chapter and you don't go off fishing as buddies. But I'm sure you now have answers to life questions that you have always wondered about. So whether the answers were good or bad, you have the answers. And that does bring some sense of peace and calmness.
It really does.
And that's what
there's no more expectations.
Yeah. And so, you've already gotten a gift that millions of people don't have, which is they're still wondering and they still have question marks. So congratulations to you for having the courage to go out and do that. As far as preparing people, that's basically what I prepare them for, that this is not always a fantasy ending, but that without a doubt you will get questions answered and you will have the closure of knowing whatever became of them. And you can ask, everybody who's searching has that one big question, and it always starts with the word why, as did you.
Yeah.
And getting the big why question answered is powerful, and it's worth the time and effort it takes to get the answer. Because although people like to think that time heals all wounds, it doesn't, as you know better than many. So that, to me, is worth the journey.
I appreciate all you do. The reunited families that you've brought together and found closure and opened new chapters. We're so blessed that you have made this your life passion. We get to enjoy it on TNT. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Conn. I hope you check out the premiere and tell me what you think afterwards.
Oh, we're going to love it. We will. APD with Troy Dunn. Well done today, Troy. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Conn.